the news tonight, Joint Union Action Committee calls off strike following intervention of the FCT minister. FCT residents lament over sudden hike in food items. And Al-Habibiyya Islamic Society urges Muslims to be generous and show charity to the needy.
A very good evening to you and a warm welcome to the news at 7 p.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station. I am Norlene Ebel Ame. The Joint Union Action Committee, JUAC, has called off its strike following the response of the FCT Minister Muhammad Musa Bello towards addressing the 17 demands on the implementation of the FCT Civil Service Commission. Chairman of JUAC, Matilukoro Korede, made this known while briefing the media on the outcome of the union's meeting with the management. Shaibu Nozeakubu tells us more.
Briefing the media, Chairman of the Joint Union Action Committee, Matilukoro Korede, disclosed that the FCT Minister, Muhammad Musa Bello, has assured the union of the administration's commitment to implement the FCT Civil Service Commission already signed into law. Based on this and other resolutions reached with the management, the JUAC chairman says the union has decided to put on hold its planned indefinite strike after the expiration of the 3-day warning strike.
I bring good news to us that the 3 days warning strike that is supposed to metamorphosize into a full-blown strike gave the opportunity of the management quickly responding to some of the issues raised, and also it gave opportunity eventually for the management to call on the union and to sit with us to look at issues one by one. I am glad to say that the Honorable Minister himself, Malam Mohammed Musa Bello, was there to chair the meeting himself, and issues that is connected to our warning strike was taken one by one.
The union, however, expressed its readiness to closely work with the FCTA Permanent Secretary, Olushade Adeshola, towards achieving the implementation of the law. He further emphasized that the union will not hesitate to go back to the drawing board if the administration fails to implement the demands within the period promised. Shuaibu Onozeakubu, NTA News.
Prices of food items appear to always rise during Ramadan fast. This is, however, against the teachings of piety, fairness and humane disposition of Islam. Against this background, Asabetanimu Williams takes a look at these prices as they affect the common man.
Over the years, the Ramadan period usually witnessed increased purchase of consumables, mostly used during the period, and this development often comes with its negative effects of hike in prices, which Islamic clerics say is not only ungodly, but insensitive.
Quran says, that is Quran chapter 83, verses 1 to 3. It says, curse of God be upon those who used to reduce what they sell.
They want to get goods from the producer, they get it complete, full, in their full bucket. So when they are to sell it back, they reduce the scale, they rebagrize. It is completely inhuman, un-Islamic.
But what is the situation as we speak? A visit to some markets in the nation's capital to ascertain the prices of some of these items reveal a slight increase in the price.
Look at the bag of flour where we used to buy 11,000, 12,000, now it's almost 15,000 naira a bag.
Electricity tariff has gone up, the foreign exchange rates, the dollar to naira has gone up, And all these parameters affect the price of food. And
the clerics, however, advise both farmers and marketers to fear Allah, to desist from such acts and use the period to be generous, urging them to sell commodities at the affordable rates, avoiding selfish gains, which might deprive them of Allah's blessings. Asabetanemu Williams, NTA News.
And as this year's Ramadan fast begins, Al-Habibiyya Islamic Society is once again demonstrating the generosity of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who enjoins Muslims to do more for the less privileged through its Ramadan food bank feeding program. Abdullahi Ajia reports.
With the Ramadan mode activated, acts of worship are heightened. And at the Al-Habibiyya Iftar feeding program, the organizers and managers have expressed commitment right from the day one of the Ramadan, feeding over 1,000 of fasting Muslims during Iftar on a daily basis.
One of the main ways of thanking Allah is to be generous, to be charitable to others. Ramadan's greatest lesson is actually in giving. We intend, by the special grace of Allah, to make this place a model for the Muslims, without talking that you can actually take care of people, and Allah will provide for you.
The organizers are also not unaware of the COVID-19 health protocol in the distribution and sharing of food to beneficiaries.
On the first day of Ramadan, the number is just about 60% of what we normally feed. So just we can see. And because of the COVID protocols and whatever, this year we have changed a number of things. We don't serve hot tea or porridge, so that we can be able to serve people at the same time. We only give one whole meal and water, and that is it. You can see today it's faster than ever. Before now we used to spend about 30 minutes, but today we only spend about 15 minutes.
This charitable act of taking care of the needy by Al-Habibiyya feeding program, especially during Ramadan, beneficiaries commended, which they say is worthy of emulation by others, as the reward for such is with Allah. Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
Away from religious news to health now. Figures from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) as at 14th of April 2021 indicates 15 new cases of COVID-19 in the FCT, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to 19,753, while active cases stand at 504, and the number of discharged cases in the territory now stand at 19,084, and sadly, 165 deaths have been recorded in the FCT. The new commander, NDLEA FCT, Mohammed Malawi Sokoto, said the command in the last 3 weeks has made tremendous successes through arrest and seizure while sustaining the war against drug peddling in the nation's capital. He made the disclosure in an exclusive interview with correspondent Ilyasu Onotu Yakubu.
The recently launched joint task operation against drug value chain by the FCT administration was a follow-up to the campaign against illicit drug production, distribution and consumption by the FCT command of the NDLEA. These efforts led to the seizure of a total of about 25,000 kilograms of assorted drugs ranging from cannabis and related products, as well as psychotropic substances such as tramadol, diaphragm, and raffinol, amongst others weighing around 100 kilograms. All of this seizure, Commander Malami Sokoto disclosed, has a street value of about 18 million naira.
Some of these drugs have been seized in large quantities, especially on the expressway between Abuja and Gwagwalada Road, and some were seized from drug peddlers.
The narcotics commander said the agency's rehabilitation system has helped tremendously in reintegrating users of these substances back to the mainstream of the society.
Some would have gone back to school, some have gone back to their lucrative businesses, and some have gone back to other walks of life.
Commander Sokoto said the drug peddlers are negative elements intent on destroying the larger populace and appealed to the people to support the agency to emerge victorious in the campaign. Iliasu Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
And a little bit on politics. A former supervisory councillor of works in the Amak Area Council, Suleiman Al-Hassan, has picked his nomination form, declaring his interest to run for the chairmanship position. Serafina Okon-Umekwe reports that a total number of 7 aspirants are contesting for the Amak chairmanship position under the All Progressives Congress platform, APC.
That was the mood of party supporters who converged at the FCT APC Secretariat to give solidarity to aspirants of their choice. The FCT's publicity secretary, Engineer Usman Adaji, advised the aspirants to shun politics of bitterness and work in harmony for better FCT. He also pledged APC's commitment towards ensuring free, fair and credible elections in the 6 area councils of the FCT.
I have a serious plan for the people of Abuja Municipal Area Council. If you ask every politician, he will ask you infrastructure, education, health, social amenities.
Suleiman Al-Hassan promised to abide by the rules of the party as he urged other aspirants to do same and avoid overheating the polity. The FCT Area Council elections is expected to hold between February and March in 2022. Serafina Okon-Umekwe, NTA News.
Everything nice, everything fresh, ready to celebrate. Celebrate, yeah. Make we come die. Call your friends and come make we jolly. Let's have some fun and be happy. Feel the fresh, feel the new, feel the vibes. Feel the rhythm, feel the groove, come alive. Are you way make it show? Magic, I love you. Like I said to Gucci, but flex on, don't you worry.
Samu.
Da dunkule da garin Mr. Chef Seasoning. Kowace miya abar marmari ce.
Ayi shuru! Ni ce ta farko.
Mr. Chef mai sanya marmarin gaske.
Sweet nutrition.
And talking sports now, the 20th National Sports Festival came to an end yesterday with Delta, Edo and Bielsa winning first, second and third respectively, as Dan Evans sealed his first tour-level victory on clay in 4 years with a first-round win over Dusan Logovic in tennis. This and more on Sports Brief with Rashidat Balogun.
At the just concluded 20th National Sport Festival, Team Delta amassed a total of 158 gold, 116 silver, 110 bronze to come first, while Team Edo, the host, came second with 129 gold, 104 silver and 108 bronze. Team Bielsa finished a distant third with 56 gold, 55 silver and 58 bronze. The victory in Benin City is Team Delta's 6th consecutive NSF triumph, and Delta will now host 2022 NSF as announced by Minister of Youth and Sport Development Sunday Dari, represented by Nebiolisa Anako, during the closing ceremony of the festival in Benin on Wednesday. Elsewhere, Real Madrid put in a masterful display of games management to hold Liverpool to a goalless draw at Anfield. The 13-time winners of Europe's prestigious club competition progressed 3-1 on aggregate. They have now qualified for the Champions League semi-finals 14 times, more than any other team in the history of the competition. In tennis, Dan Evans sailed his first tour-level victory on clay in 4 years with a first-round win over Dusan Lajovic at the Monte Carlo Masters. The British number 1 defeated 2019 runner-up Lajovic 6-3, 6-7, 11-13, 6-2 to end a 4-match losing streak. Evans will play Miami Open champion Hubert Hurkacz in the second round. With Sports Brief, Rashidat Balogun, NTA News.
And that concludes the English version of the news. Get vaccinated and stay safe. I am Nolin Ebel Ame.
Ma agbajaje we shaje we wona bi ku jagbada yi wana ba shaba bada wo mo presi su fa yupa won wa gwa na ba je gayi bada gun su kwa do jo aka kin zina tete je ba nya ba ga nge ba mutaye muna gi she ba ba shi bala ko kuma shi haye ba ma ga she nge kin zina minister Muhammad Musa Bello wa ladna in ba da kwanyi we ga wo ba shi abu a wace tana ba in ba na shi ba ku muna gi mutaye muna gi she ba shabo ne Yakubu wa da ga shi kpage da ye jo aka nya nge matilo korido wada wana dailun ge za pum na gidna wa za pum na gidna wa pum fudna wo godo wenga nge baba za gisu minister ina ba asha ababa wa ga ba ta asha ababa to wen bugi baba je sala ba na gi anya gi je ba kona na Ramadan mi kun shi sa da he ya wen ai ga nge bede ko da la sala shi bagbatu na in sai fiya nga za ba shi apma kwainu ba shi ba ko anya ya nan asabeta ni mu Williams wa da in wala shi ba na ji ko ni ba yin wa da in ga anya ko na lo in haye ina ji ko ni ba ji sai da ko yin ya dudu ala a ji ko ni yi in ga ba ta shi ba shi ba wo shi ko da na sai fiya ta ba shi apma sai fiya yi ba gi azafi na ina ji ko anya gi anya kun she asalashi sa nge mi kun shi Ramadan aye nya yiku lefi nkwen asalashi gbada kun je alhabibiya la jagodu ba shi ba ga aza nya di shi ba damu ba shi ba mana aye da hayni wa ga nga ba shi kwekwen ba fi nge shi ko yifenu ya Muhammad puta mana bunu wa ga amma je shi sa fi adudu Abdullahi jiya wada nga na iftar sai nge nuwasun sa gbada kun ye asana gman ba da nge bala bubatu ba ga azanya gidna Ramadan sai ba fi nge corona bagbatu ba godu ba ga shako batu azana barka bala putala ba ga azanya gi ba ta celo magbaje ibaja da wasu shakwa su yi sai su
masu kallo da sauraron mu assalamu alaikum barkanmu da sharuwa Allah ya dauki ya karbe ibadunmu a takaice ga fasarar wasu daga cikin labaran yau kamar yadda aka saba mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. Ƙungiyar ma'aikatan hukumar birnin tarayya sun janye yajin aikin gargadi da suka fara bayan sauraron jawabin ministan Abuja Muhammad Musa Bello wanda ya yi musu akan bukatunsu muhimmai. Shugaban ƙungiyar Matilu Korede shi ne ya bayyana haka ga manema labarai akan matsayar da aka cimma a zaman da suka yi. Wakilin mu Shaibu ne zai Yakubu ya labarta mana cewa ministan Abuja Muhammad Musa Bello ya tabbatarwa da kungiyar kokarin da hukumar birnin tarayya ke yi na biya musu bukatunsu. Bisa jin haka shugaban kungiyar ya ce ya kamata su dakatar da yajin aikin gargadin da suka fara na kwana 3. Bayan fara azumin watan Ramadan yanzu haka farashin kayan abinci ya tashi a kasuwannin Abuja sabanin koyarwar addinin musulunci ta rangwame sassauci da sausayin bil'adama a lokacin azumin watan Ramadan. Wakiliyar Asabe Tanimu William ta kai ziyara wasu daga cikin kasuwannin Abuja ta kuma shaida mana cewa kamar yadda aka saba gani a duk shekara bana ma farashin ya karu kaɗan akan yadda suke a baya kafin a fara azumi. Lura da halin ƙarin da al'ummar ƙasa ke ƙorafi a kai, maluman addinin musulunci sun shawarci manoma da 'yan kasuwa da su ji tsoron Allah su sauƙaƙa maimakon su tsawwala don neman ribar da Allah zai yi fushi da su a lokaci irin wannan da yake yi wa al'umma rahama. A yayin da al'ummar musulmi suka fara azumin watan Ramadana yau kwana na uku, ƙungiyar addinin musulunci ta ƙasa Alhabibiya ta fara ayyukan alheri irin wanda manzo sallallahu alaihi wasallam ya koyar na kyautatawa al'umma masu ƙaramin ƙarfi ta hanyar ciyar da su ta wani shirinta na ciyarwa. Wakilinmu Abdullahi Ajiya ya haɗo mana rahoto cewa tun ranar farko ta azumin watan Ramadan ƙungiyar ta himmatu wajen ciyar da al'umma sama da 1000 abincin buɗe baki. Waɗanda suka tsara hidimar abin sha'awa na aiki tare da lura da matakan daƙile yaɗuwar cutar corona. To jama'a duka iyakacin abin da za mu iya kawo muku kenan a labaran yau. Allah ya karɓi ibadunmu sai kuma gobe da rai ya kai.
Ibrahim bata na nke abalị a ọkọ akụkọ na nke abalị a bụ m Chisom Soniwo Okafọ ka wetara na akụkọ ndị a n'uju. Otu jikọrọ ndị na-arụ ọrụ n'okpuru ọchịchị obodo a bụ FCT akpọrọ JUAC akwụsịla ihe omume nke nkwụsị ọrụ n'ụzọ iwe ha n'ihi ntinye ọnụ nke onye ọchịchị na-elekọta ọchịchị obodo FCT Mohammed Musa Bello tinyere n'ụzọ a pụrụ isi nwetazuo ụzọ ihe 17 ha chọrọ n'usoro ọrụ bekee bụ nke ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka ndị ọrụ bekee nke ọchịchị obodo a ga-etinye n'ọrụ. Onye ọrụ anyị Ashuaibu Onozo Yakubu kwuru na onye isi oche otu jikọrọ ndị ọrụ bekee n'obodo a Malitukoro Korede mere ka amata nke a n'oge ọ na-agwa ndị nta akụkọ okwu na ihe ndị otu ya kpebiri n'oge ha nwechara nzukọ, ebe ọ kọwara na ndị otu ya ga-alaghachi na nkwụsị ọrụ ha ma ọ bụrụ na ọchịchị obodo a etinyeghị ihe ndị a ha chọrọ n'ọrụ bekee n'okpuru ọchịchị obodo a bụ FCT n'iwu. Ọnụ ahịa ihe oriri na-arị elu n'oge obubu ọnụ Ramadan ọbụla. Nke a abụghị ozizi ihe nke obi ebere, ngosipụta nke ịhụnanya n'ebe mmadụ nọ nke okpukpe Islam. N'ihi nke a, onye ọrụ ya Asabe Tanimu Williams lebara anya n'ọnụ ahịa nke ụfọdụ ihe ndị ya dị n'ahịa nakwa ụzọ o si emetụta ihe akpọrọ mmadụ ma kwuo na ọnụ ahịa ụfọdụ n'ime ihe ndị a ọ hụrụ n'ime ahịa ka rịrị elu bụ nke ndị isi ụka Islam kọwara na ọ bụghị uche nke ala, ebe ha kpọkụrụ ndị ọrụ ubi ndị ahịa ka ha tụọ egwu ala, ebe ndị ahịa na-ekwu na ha na-ere dịka ha si zụta n'ahịa ha dị iche iche. Dịka ibu ọnụ nke Ramadan nke afọ a malitere, Al-Habibiyya Islamic Society amalitela igosipụta inye ihe onyinye dịka onye ndu ha Prophet Muhammad udo dịrị ya si kwuo, bụ ebe ọ kpọkụrụ ndị ụka Muslim ka ha na-emere ma na-enye ndị na-enweghị ka ọ dị ha ihe oriri site n'ụba ihe oriri ha nwere n'oge inye ihe oriri nke obubu ọnụ a. Onye ọrụ anyị Abdullahi Ajiya batara anyị akọ na ndị otu a etinyela uchu n'ebe ọ dị ukwuu n'inye ndị otu a na-ebu ọnụ n'oge Ramadan ihe oriri eri mgbe, ebe ha kpọkwukwara ndị ọzọ ka ha ṅomie ihe ha na-eme n'ihi na ọ bụ Allah na-akwụ ụgwọ dịka onye ọbụla na-enye ndị na-enweghị ka ọ dị ha aka. Oge ruola ka anyị kwara ngwongwo anyị pụọ na nke abalị a. Ndewo.
ìròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ̀nyín látẹnu Mobọ́lájí Mati. Àjọ ìgbìmọ̀ àpapọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ tí àdàpè rẹ̀ ń jẹ́ JUAC ti kásẹ̀ kúrò lórí ètò ìdáṣẹ́sílẹ̀ lẹ́yìn tí aláṣẹ ìlú Àbújá Muhammadu Musa Bello gbé ìgbésẹ̀ lórí àwọn ohun tí wọ́n ń béèrè fún. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Ṣùáìbù Ọ̀nàṣe Yakubu ròyìn wípé alága àjọ ìgbìmọ̀ ọ̀hún Mátìlúkòrò Kórèdé ló sọ èyí di mímọ̀ lásìkò tó ń gbóhùn sáfẹ́fẹ́ fún àwọn oníròyìn lórí àbájáde ìpàdé pẹ̀lú àwọn alákòóso. Àjọ ọ̀hún ṣe àfikún wípé òun ti ṣetán láti ṣiṣẹ́ pọ̀ pẹ̀lú ọ̀gá àgbà iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba ìlú Àbújá Olúṣadé Adéṣọlá. Ní àkókò àwẹ̀ yìí, àwọn oúnjẹ àti àwọn ohun èlò a máa gbówó lórí, èyí tó dàbí ẹni wípé ó ti di àṣà lọ́dọọdún tí kò sì bá ẹ̀kọ́ àti ìlànà ẹ̀sìn lọ. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Àṣàbí Tanimu Williams ṣe àgbéyẹ̀wò ìgbésẹ̀ ọ̀hún bí kò ti ṣe àǹfààní fún ọ̀pọ̀ ènìyàn láwùjọ. Ó jábọ̀ wípé àwọn olórí ẹ̀sìn pàápàá sọ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ wípé kò bá ìlànà Ọlọ́run ọba mu. Wọ́n rọ àwọn àgbẹ̀ àti àwọn ọlọ́jà wípé kí wọ́n ní ìbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run, kí wọ́n jáwọ́ nínú ìwà tí kò dára, kí wọ́n fi àkókò yìí hu ìwà ọmọlúàbí, kí wọ́n sì má gbójúlé èrè àjẹjù. Bí àwẹ̀ gbígbà nínú oṣù Ramadan ṣe ń bẹ̀rẹ̀, àjọ Al-Habibiyya tún ti gbé ìgbésẹ̀ rẹ̀ dé gẹ́gẹ́ bí Ànábì Muhammad kí ìkẹ́ àti ìgẹ́ Ọlọ́run máa bá ṣe rọ gbogbo mùsùlùmí láti túbọ̀ ṣe fún àwọn tó kù díẹ̀ káàtó fún láwùjọ. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Abdullahi Ajiya ròyìn wípé láti ọjọ́ tí àwẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni àjọ ọ̀hún ti ń fún ẹgbẹgbẹ̀rún ènìyàn lóúnjẹ ní àkókò ìṣínú. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni wọ́n tẹ̀lé àwọn òfin ìlànà àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn bí wọ́n ti ń bá iṣẹ́ ọrẹ lọ. Kì í dùn kó pọ̀, ṣé ó ní ọbẹ̀ oge títí wòye ọ̀la, Ojúmọ́ Ire ni yóò mọ́ wa.